Hey, this is Matt, and today we're going to go over a quick start of the Data API. You could get a trial of the Data API by going to free trial and choosing data products, and then you'll have to enter your credit card, but you'll get a user key, and you could try most of the features. We'll also send you an email that will allow you to download this sheet. It's an Excel sheet that has data current, data history, and settings. The settings is where your user key will be input. So let's go through the data current strikes. So what we'll do, let's find a smaller stock than Apple, so it'll be a little bit quicker. This will get all of the strikes for 3M, as you can see. And if you want to see the definitions of these column headers, please go over to our API documentation at docs.orats.io and get started, and you can see what the data field definitions are for all layers of strikes here. So anyway, so back to the sheet. So that comes in for all of the expirations. Implied monies, the moneyness is then, whereas the strikes is one row per option, this is one row per expiration. So you could see that for the 50 delta, the volatility at the 50 delta for 3M is there. The yield rate for each expiration, and what I like is the earnings effect. So you could see that there's a pronounced earnings coming in the fourth expiration, and we smooth that out. So that's how we find the earnings effect. The forecast monies is similar, but it just shows what our forecast is for each month, and you can see that we're forecasting a little bit higher volatility for 3M. The SMV summary is a lot of this information is contained in the core, but it also is shown here, like interpolated volatilities. Again, you could go to the docs to see what's in there. The general core has quite a few column headers in it, including interpolated volatilities, correlations, percentiles, contangos, implied dividends. The earnings core has more earnings related information, including how much the stock has moved historically, and also some interesting information on X earnings volatility. So you could compare the X earnings volatility, for example, of 23 to the actual earnings of 24. We saw that there was an earnings effect after 60 days, so that's why those are different. Dividends, if you sign up for them, IV rank is interesting with percentile. So let's now look at, that was the current information. Let's look at history. Again, we'll go to 3M. So you could look at a particular day for 3M by typing in all the way back to 2007 for this type of information. So that's pretty powerful, pretty fast to see where 3M was in 2007. That's the strikes. Same thing for implied monies. You could see way back in 2007 all the expirations and where the earnings effect was, for example. Forecast money is the same, and then SMB summaries. General core. So here's what I like to do with general core. I like to take out the date and and what that will do is it will go get a full history of the general core. And I think this is probably one of the most powerful parts of the API. And you can see how volatilities have changed. You can see how implied dividends have changed, contango, a lot of that information. It takes a few seconds for it to come in, but then you have a full history for each one of the column headers. So again, very powerful. You could do a lot with that. Same with the earnings core. We have historical volatility, daily prices, dividends, splits, and IV ranks. So That's a quick overview of the Data API. Again, you could go and find it on orats.com and sign up for a free trial. Thanks.